Yo, no time to waste. Let's get right after it. We got Terrazone Tristram. I don't know this build with TZ Trist. Maybe we'll just hit the Chaos Sanctuary. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Stafford and Hershire Donut Rush Degenerate. Welcome in. Welcome everybody. Ooh, tier rune already. Give me a good day. Give me a good day. Gozuki. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Finish up Act 3 on the Barb. Okay, alright. Best of luck. Hopefully that goes nice and smoothly for you. Hopefully you get some lucky drops along the way. Zeph and X, welcome in. Am I getting dragged into a rap battle? No, no. No rap battle for Sweetville. I mean, I would, but I mean, it wouldn't really be fair, you know what I'm saying? Damps is always a joy to see Sweet Phil before his shift. Nice. Welcome in. Glad you enjoy the stream. Hopefully you have a quick shift, we'll call it. Goes by nice and quick for you. What's going on, Smolps? Hershire, we were talking about the other day. He said he ordered himself some Rock and Rye. It just came in. It is awesome. you ordered some on the internet so you could get some Rock and Rye. That's hilarious. Just hilarious. Wicked Ball, welcome in over on Twitch. What up, a legend? See, what do we got here? Guess we'll go with that. Warehouse work, gotcha. Well, at least usually, well, it depends what you mean by that, but a lot of warehouse type of jobs you can pop headphones in because you're kind of sort of working by yourself. But it depends what type of facility it is, I suppose. But Donna says his last 2 weeks of single player D2R have been crazy. Infinity, Grief, Griffins, Breath of the Dying, Griffin's Fathom. So you found everything, huh? Everything in the whole game. And made all the rune words. You got a Zod, Death's Phasm, made Enigma. You got a Zod for Breath of the Dying. Made Infinity, Enigma, and Grief in 2 weeks. And got Griffins, and that's some craziness right there, I'll tell you what. That's some craziness. No good there. You found 2 chams in 2 weeks. 2 chams, at least 3 burrs, a jaw, a low in a week. 2 weeks. Impressive. Impressive. About to shave my head like Phil, says Josh. Best of luck. Hey, if you just got if you got it where it's receded in the spots like back to here, and it's like thin up here, just do it. Trust me. It don't matter what your head actually looks like. Shaving it is just way better. Way better. The only thing is then when you shave it, you got to shave it like all the time, or you look scruffy. Locked, what's going on? Skagarin, welcome in. Skagarin. Yo, yo, yo. Go gear, please. So Scott, just super standard Hammerdin stuff. I got build guides for it. Sweet Phil, Hammerdin. I don't remember if I put a link in the description or not. Super basic Spirit, Heart of the Oak, Shaco, you know, Eractus Mesh, all the normal stuff you put on every caster. Super normal. Dolly, what's going on? Made Mosaic, but it's so tiring having to constantly maintain charges, huh? Every once in a while I hear people say that, but yeah, you just got to keep blasting pretty much. You never stop. You just got to keep flying. Keep flying. Slayer Saint says, have a great stream. Appreciate you. Hopefully. Ooh, another tier rune. Look at that. I'm saying that for absolutely no reason, by the way. Can I get you? There we go. Even though he was off, we got him. Oh my gosh, my shoulder. I went to the doctor the other day and they're like, oh, look at that. You haven't had your tetanus in over the amount of time. I guess every 10 years you're supposed to get a tetanus shot. That's cool. Shoulder is killing me. But anyways, Stone of Jordan! Oh, let's cube these up. I do not remember, of course, like I said, it was 10 years ago. Don't remember hurting this much, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe if you have more muscle, the tetanus shot hurts more because it's right into the muscle. That could be it. So the reason it hurts so much is because I'm so bleeping jacked, maybe. I don't care. That's what I'm telling myself anyways. See, Dolly played around with Hydra, Fireball, Sork. Much more enjoyable for you. Gotcha. Well, I would definitely... See, I don't play Mosaic because it's way too powerful, but... Yeah, hopefully, yeah, play whatever you enjoy. That's the most important thing, regardless of what other people say or whatever. Dams is still running LK. Haven't been able to finish Hell difficulty, but don't care. The farming is necessary, so he's holding up at LK. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's probably what I would do at the start too. Starting off with a Sork. Usually just get to Act 3 and chill there for a minute. Because really beating the game isn't as important. Like, unless you're speedrunning, beating the game as fast as you can doesn't really matter at all. There's no point to whether you beat it like instantly or not instantly. So, Mama Phil, yo! Welcome in. Today is Tyro's Might. Oh, well, of course it is. Gagamoja. 100% chance that there's a chance that I find Tyro's Might today. Wait, what? Oh, poor Mercenary. Oh, that guy. I was thinking I was like, you can handle it, buddy. You can handle it, little guy. He indeed could not handle it, that little guy. Campfire chat tomorrow for D-Force. Looks like Biv put in there. Interesting. Ugh. Oh yeah, I should probably go get my Merce. That's not what I meant to do. That is not what I meant to do. Neither is that. Third try. We finally got it. Ethan picked up Immortal King's armor, says. Nice, from TZ, Meth, and Andy. Looks like got a lot of pretty decent stuff there. Yeah, they're good for that. That's for sure, huh? Yeah, Dan says you could finish it right now, but yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot of motivation to, unless that's like your strict goal is just like you just want to get through as fast as you can. Do I remember making Druid with the rune word Doom? I do, sorta. 17th Street. What about it though? I guess. But yeah, I kind of remember it, sorta. doom rolling just Garbo, which is cool. Klaatu Magneto, welcome in. Yo, yo. What is D4 even doing? Haven't heard anyone talk about it in a while. Well, a lot of the D2 people kind of stopped having anything to do with D4, so because they openly said, and then they did it. So they openly said they're gonna. At first, they tried to make it kind of a combo of D2 and D3, and those communities like completely like could not mesh at all. So they're just like steering the game more towards being more like Diablo 3. Like they openly said that, so, and then that's all, what they've actively done, of course, as well, besides just saying it. So yeah, a lot of the D2 people have just kind of steered clear of D4. The D3 model is a lot better for monetization of skins and stuff, so. Had such promise. Yeah, I mean, it could, I guess, but you know, like I said, they kind of definitionally, the D3 people who are still playing D3 and the people that play, or the people that still play D2 and the people that play D3, they were never going to have the same, like, nothing they wanted to do would mesh well, because they're definitionally different players. Not exclusively, of course. There's always some of the people that like both, but they're just drastically different in the way that they handle like getting gear and stuff. From all of my understanding of the two games, D2 you got to grind for a super long time to get all perfect gear. From what I understand nowadays, in D3 you get all perfect gear in a couple of days, similar to kind of what D4 is like now. So but yeah, haven't played D3 in a long time, so I'm just kind of going off what other people told me. Burv says wasn't feeling it. Yeah, I kind of liked it more when it first launched. I don't think it was ever like the best game ever made or anything like that. Even now, some people go a little overboard. You know, oh, this game's the worst thing. It's garbage. It's worse than ET for Atari. It's like, okay, chill out. Okay, like, chill out a little bit. I'd rather play Barbie Horse Jumping Adventure. Ah! Like, I don't know. Donut Kill say he tried it for a few months, didn't like it. So, yeah, everyone's got their own opinion. I kind of liked it at first, but, you know. Oh, Galback up in the house now. What is going on? Yeah, legend. Oopsie. Chris says he remember watching D3 demo in 2012. I didn't watch any demos or anything. I heard it was coming out and I was like, I didn't look into anything. I like pre-ordered it and all that shenanigans back then, which was like unheard of back then, sort of, kind of. But or maybe I just went and picked it up at Best Buy or something. I don't know. But I got it and I played it for, well, first of all, it wouldn't work for like the first few days because you had to be online. I bought it and I'm like, wait, the servers are on. Okay, well, I'll just play offline single player till the servers are up and running. And I'm like, wait a second. Wait, what? What? You have to be online all the time? What? So there's no single player. So the first like several days after I just dropped all my money on this game, which at the time seemed like a lot of money, couldn't play it. You guys know what happened. This is not new news to you guys, I'm sure, but Donut said D3 was okay, like the Necro. Yeah, I gave it about, after it came out, I gave it like maybe a month and a half or something like that. And I just like, I can't force myself to play this game anymore. I do not like it. So that's how that happened. Ooh, here's a chance. Here's a chance. What are we getting? Metal Grid? Oh, no, it is not. Crescent Moon instead. Not everyone has good internet. Yeah, that was a true story back then for sure. I had good internet, but it wasn't even like the internet, just like D3 servers were just, they launched the game and then they worked for like a minute and a half and then they crashed and they couldn't get them up and running for like days. They'd be up for like an hour and crash again or something like that. It was crazy. I don't remember the full, obviously 2012, that was what, 13, 14 years ago, so, well, 13 or whatever. A while. Let's see, white choco, Grand Affinity, trying to get it the stuff, sir, and a bunch of mid runes in 1,000 runs. Let's see. Any recommendations? So recommendations on getting more essentially high runes from what you're doing. You got a Sir rune already. I mean, you're running 6 of them, 1,000 runs. I mean, that's a little bit under average, I guess. They say on average you're supposed to get 1 high rune per 500 runs, approximately. That's not the exact number, but so it could be like that could average out for you to be 2 Vex runes in 500 runs. So I'd rather get 1 Sir in 1,000 than 2 Vexes in 500 apiece. But any recommendations? If you really want to, you could re-roll your maps. It depends. It depends how long, you know. You could re-roll your maps just to get a different seed to make yourself feel better. But I don't have a ton more advice for you, I guess. It sounds like you're doing everything about right. And then you said you switched to doing more poppables. It sounds like the more all-around poppables. So that's a choice. It's up to you. I usually don't hit all the poppables, but a lot of other people do, and they say they get super lucky all the time, get all these high runes, and I never do. So which one did I forget to hit? Must be over here, huh? So I don't have better advice for you, I guess. Oh, thought I missed that. Dugukan, welcome in. Sorry if I don't know what that symbol sounds like, so sorry if I didn't pronounce that exactly accurate. Trading's the answer for high runes. Well, not when you're playing offline single player. Oh yeah, they just all the bodies disappear when you hit. Not a large trading community on offline single player. Marty, welcome in. Ooh, light belt, look at that. Just using Enigma, to Gokun. Just this Enigma. One to teleport. If you want to see everything about the whole build, you can look up Sweet Phil Hammerdin build guide. Should pop right up with all the gear and everything you need to know. Actually, you know what? Do I have that in the description? Let me double check here. I'm getting asked about it enough. I might as well make sure I got her. I do not. I'll just grab it for you guys real quick. Video. Hammer. Boy, I haven't made a Hammerdin video in several years. It's essentially the same gear, though. It's essentially all the same gear as back then. Yeah, there's actually nothing different. So some builds are just so good, even with the new stuff, it just never need a change. No spear experts in chat. Sorry if I missed the other one from before, but I'm no spear expert, that's for sure. Spearizons and stuff, not my go-to. Got almost the full towel set. Nice. Yeah, you could always do partial towels. A lot of people like the 3-piece, but I guess you need the armor for the preferred 3-piece setup. So, but it's really good. Best of luck on finding that armor. Donut Killer says, in order to get good drops, you have to accept the RNGesus into your heart. RNG. This. Ancient tunnels, nah. Hammerdin really is a Chaos Sanctuary goat, huh? Try to season this time, and it's been good to me, huh? 6th day got an Enigma. Got some good luck on a couple of runes or some trades, it sounds like. Yeah, I had a kind of a crazy season, I had already got. I think I had already gotten. I don't remember exactly how it went, but I traded him away. But I got a burr on the first day and a jaw on like the third day or something like that. So you could have got lucky like I did. It's got to happen to somebody sometime, right? So first time it's ever happened to me in my life. That lucky, anyways. Trash, welcome in. Mr. Unknown says, hasn't got any Lem runes yet from LK. Keep plugging away. You'll get them. Specifically want Lems, huh? Who wouldn't? They're awfully beautiful. Whoopsie. We'll keep that. Oh, trash. What?
Let's go.
Let's go. Fire! Appreciate you, Trash, for the 5 gifted. The layer ships. Ooh. Appreciate ya. Absolute legend. Oh, Donut got one. Nice. Where are you? There they are. Jonah says membership elapsed when he moved across states. Yeah, it makes sense. Stuff goes on in life. Stuff happens. No problem literally at all, for sure. But once again, Trash, thanks for the gifted memberships there on YouTube. Whoops, I guess with the, whatchamacallit up, messed up my macro. Let's try that again. Get some H2O down. Yeah, sorry if I didn't mention it before, like, generally the higher players counts are better for running lower crust. Trash, I don't understand that comment there. NFL keeps sending Bill swag link. Bill swag link. I'm not sure what your what that means. Is there any class or build you recommend for Uber Tristram? Oh yeah, Sork and Javazon not going to be the greatest. So the number one goatedest one is the Paladin here. And you can build it specifically so it's best for doing Ubers, but even if you don't build it specifically for doing Ubers, you can even just get a point or two into the right thing, into Smite and like Fanaticism, I think, and if you have the right gear pieces, you can take out Ubers. So the Paladin, I say, it's got to be the easiest character to do with. That's what I always do with. So that's my opinion. I do definitely have budget build versions of gear ideas and stuff, and show you how to do that, or the end game version with the best gear where you can teleport around and do a whole Uber run in like in a minute or less, or maybe a little more depending on how fast you are. Infinity Amazon Yanas says he likes it on, but not budget friendly. Yeah, I would definitely, for people's first time doing Ubers, Smite with Life Tab. All the other little tricks of the trade thrown in there, definitely what I'd recommend. 100%. Ooh, we all know what that is. We know it. Grab the scissor swahaha as well. Clear these real quick. Stone of Jordan, we know it. We know. Oh. It just looks like a Stone of Jordan. I hate when it drops right there. You never know where they're going to be at. Extra fast, you say, huh? You don't say. Am I using quick cast? Yeah, I am. Exactly what the key is right here. That's you know what I'm using or whatever. But I just put F1 on the hammers on the left mouse click side. I'm an F key enjoyer, so you're not supposed to run cast left to right. Oh, no wonder I'm not finding anything. Dang, good thing you told me that. I would have kept running it left to right and just kept not finding anything, but little did I know if you go Infector first, then over to our boy DeSace. I didn't know that was better. Okay, all right. Leave Grand Vizier for the final. All right. Boy, I'm about the drop's about to pop off here from here on out. Jeez. I should put that in the poll. Which is the proper way to run chaos? Left to right or right to left? Talrune. Middle out? Oh my god, Smulps. You heathen. You absolute heathen. Now, I can definitely not get on board with that. The Sace first. What? I don't even know what to say about that. I can't even explain why, but for some reason I'm offended by that. I'm offended. What if I actually did have better drops this spread? I mean, I probably will. Just the law of averages. If I had no good drops up until this point, and then, see, I'm due. It's like when you get red 5 times in a row on the roulette wheel, and then you bet black the next time because it's due. It's almost guaranteed to be, you know. The only time I would do DeSace first is I remember doing that before where I had some build to where DeSace was like tragically difficult. I don't remember when was that. Oh, I think it was back in the olden days, or when I was playing the 1.03 patch with the Barbarian, because he kept taking all my potions and would just wreck you. And all the people over there would cast like Iron Maiden on you and stuff. So I'd go after him first just in case something happened and I died. I never wanted to like get taken out and I couldn't get my body back on the like after I took all the time to get the other two. So I went straight to DeSace on that particular type of playthrough. But that was during a playthrough, not on like a run. Boy, that's gross. DeSace first, guys. I don't know. I might have to get off here. I just feel awkward after you guys said that. I don't know. All right, maybe I'm overdoing it a little bit, but. Oopsie. A little aggressive on the teleporting. Oh boy, you guys are getting out of control here. I left 2 AMs behind. Hard pass on those. I ain't doing no blood amulet crafting. That's for sure. That's for sure. Where's Tyro's Might? It's on its way. It's on its way. There's a... I think there was something... What did we hear last? There was a 75% chance that there's a chance that I'll find Tyro's Might today. Something? It's due. Bacon is due. True story. Decapitator, kind of neat. Oh, Scientists. I just put a link in the description to a Hammerdin build guide if you want to check out the type of gear to use on one of these things. I just, that's my go-to because you're probably the, I don't know, what have I been on 30 minutes? You're probably the 7th or 8th person that's asked me to go over all my gear. So super easy. Just if you want to, you can check out the video in the description right now after the stream. Check it out now, come back or whatever you feel like doing, and you can see the type of gear you'd want to use on a Hammerdin. But yeah, it's the same Hammerdin that's being used in D2 for the last, what would you say, about 15 years, 17 years? Probably. I would say this is essentially identical to the like 08 patch Hammerdin. I'm trying to think of what would be different. I don't know. Maybe torches and annies weren't around quite yet at that time. I can't remember. Tyro's Might was due a year ago. Yeah, I mean, true story. True story. Since it's been a year and a half since I found my second to the last Holy Grail item. I didn't go from right to left this time. It's hard to change the direction you've been farming chaos for the last couple of decades, you know what I mean? Is everything on this Hammerdin? I mean, essentially. This is essentially just the classic endgame gear Hammerdin. Of course, everybody's got their own opinions on stuff, but... Teleport. Yeah, YOLO. Oh, did I have this out the whole time? There's no way. Nope, couldn't have. JMod, we know it. I see all the reacts flying into. Appreciate you, fellas. Donut says, D-Web, the one, an item he's never found. The one. The one. Didn't they change the Hammer's concentration effect in 1.13? Ah, it's possible, I guess. I don't have every patch memorized in the history of Diablo 2. Yeah, it's not uncommon for me to forget things that don't matter or affect my life in any way. So yeah. Very well might misremember that. I'd probably be a lot better if at that Diablo trivia if I did remember things that I didn't need to know. Yeah, Corey was right there too. He says, "Yeah, Phil, we know. We've seen you doing the trivia." Yeah. How many rune words have venom charges on it? I don't know. Never needed to know what had venom charges on it, or venom on striking, or whatever. I don't even remember what it was, but. Put my armrest down a little bit. Beast on a summon necro fun to play with. I mean, yes. It's exactly as fun as other summon necros, I guess is the way I would say it. It's a alright one. Summon necro's a cool build though too. Very cool one. Summon Necro, it's one of my favorite builds to do, like, of course with the sorceress and stuff too, but to do budget-wise. Because, it can actually, a lot of times with budget gear, your mercenary doesn't stay alive very good, but all the summons distract the other monsters from just nuking your budget mercenary right off the bat. Lots of reasons why. Corpse Explosion does a ton of damage, of course, and stuff, so. Simon, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Happy Wednesday, Jesse. Teamite Iron Golem. Ooh. Well, the thing is he'd be invincible because it's indestructible, right? So it checks out. Science. Ooh, hard leather armor. What is the Dinotar one? Centaurian. Close enough. See, I remember things. I remember things. Smashing sushi? Why would you just be smushing it? No, bro, that makes no sense. Ew, sushi's so nasty. Either way, welcome in, Snow Pro. Trash. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh man, I'm tired. Tired today. I think it's one of those days the weather gets, yeah. It's like raining outside and stuff. Raining since yesterday at like 5 o'clock. Dull rune. Pump day. Right. Chris says, I don't know if there's any reason for that, but Chris says physical Boazon players are the weirdest people out there. There's got to be a story behind that. Got to be a story behind this. Oh no. Snow Pro said he took his bike to the store, got pelted with a bunch of little ice lances on the way home. Unfortunate. Yeah, it never rained very hard. It was just like a, really yesterday until about 11 o'clock at night, it was just like a sprinkling nonstop for like 7 straight hours. And then around like maybe, I think it was like 11 last night, maybe something like that. I think it started like really actually raining. Another Sol rune. 97. 97. High level paladin. Maybe I should just go around the ancient tunnels, try to get some more, get the experience going on this thing, huh? Sounds like a lot of work though. How often do I open chests in LK and it's all rare items? It happens sometimes. It almost aggravates me more than anything because I'm like, there's like 3 different rare gloves and like 3 different rare boots and 2 rings and 2 amulets. Like, I have to stop and identify them all, of course, but it's just going to be a waste of time. Because they're like 1 in 10,000 chance of being good or something ridiculous. I don't know. I've never even heard a number of what it is, but it seems very uncommon. Impossible. With no magic find, yeah. So the thing about the LK chest, damn, is that magic find doesn't affect what comes out of super chests. They're actually predetermined patterns. So, yeah. Uh-oh. So, you know, you can pop like normal chests or like sparkly chests and get unique items, but those super chests from like LK, you can't get. I'm pretty positive this is true. You cannot get unique items out of those because they're predetermined drop patterns. It's the reason it like that's the thing that makes it. Where did the thing go? I was gonna check. That makes it good for farming runes, like relatively consistently. Where did that just go? I was gonna check that war staff to see if it was a. See, now this is a matter of principle. Where'd it go? Am I blind? Oh, it's right. Was it there the whole time? There's no way. All for that. All for that. I just wanted to check the skills on it. Oh boy. I see a few people there saying, Phil, you're actually right. Crazy. Yeah. Appreciate you for the double checking my, if I remembered correctly there. Yeah, there's nothing besides the players count. There's nothing you can do to alter what's going to come out of those chests. The players count will change like the patterns they give, but the magic find doesn't change what comes out of it and stuff. So, well, I guess I take that back because there's actually a bunch of little tiny things. I forgot that was kind of a newer. That was an older what do you call it? An older saying or whatever. Because actually, just scratch everything I just said right there for that last, like, that nothing you can do changes what comes out of there. There's a bunch of little things that you can change that will change what comes out of there, but they're almost impossible to account for, is what I should say. They're essentially impossible to account for. Warden says that magic find no effect on key drops. Yes, that is also what I've heard. That is true, yeah. Does magic find affect racks? I believe so, because you can get uniques off of racks. I've heard of people, I've never done it. I'm pretty sure I've gotten uniques off of racks before, but people, they'll find an LK rack that drops like a Shaco every time coming from a certain direction, and they'll try to farm a Harlequin's Crest Shaco like that way. Like it'll just be like a white Shaco or socketed, but they'll spam it, trying to get a Harlequin's Crest. Trash likes the racks, yeah. So you like farming the racks in LK and stuff. You're saying? A good point. I get what you mean, Trash. I'm joking. I knew what you meant from the start. I'm just kidding. Real mature, Trash. Real mature. So what is it? Players count? What is it? Players count? Players count affects how many keys you get, yeah, if that's what you're asking. I think it is. It depends on which key you're trying to get, what the actual odds change from /2. So, but it's something roughly like, for the Countess, let's see, I remember. Nope, don't remember. I'm not going to try. I don't know. Not gonna try. Bacon got a night veil. So Nightwings, you're saying? Nightwing's veil? From a wreck in LK? That's impressive. Wait. Maybe it means something else. Because I don't think it's a high enough level area to have the racks drop a Nightwing's veil. Could be wrong, though. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like a 80-something area. Or not an 80-something, like a 672 or 61 or something. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was Terrorite or something, huh? Never understood. No, Pro. Where did that come from? As if you couldn't tell, I didn't read the whole comment when I started reading. No, Pro. I must have missed something. I must have missed something. Damn, found a thresher from a rack. Yeah, I had that exact situation happen to me, actually. There was a rack. You know how there's the two weapon, there's a weapon and an armor rack on either side of Mephisto? The weapon one was dropping a thresher like every time. So I would spam it. Unfortunately, in 250 runs, I did not get a single four-socketed ethereal thresher. And I got about 5 that were like regular ethereal with no sockets, and none of them, when I cubed them, rolled with 4 sockets, unfortunately. So, unfortunate. D key's elusive for you. Yeah, they are the least common to drop, I believe. So, like, if you're on P1, I think it's like 1. Your average out to 1 in like 23 runs or something like that. Yeah, we'll grab this. Don't quote me on that number. That's just what I seem to remember it being. I never read anything incorrectly. Get out of here, Fred. Yeah, true story, Snowpro. That's what I was saying. You must have caught, you guys must have been chatting about some weird stuff. And I missed it. Too bad, huh? Too bad. I do not trash. Nope. I know that's a joke, but no, I don't. I have no tattoos of any kind. I mean, like, come on. Why would you mess with perfection? Am I right? No. I would, but tattoos hurt real bad from what I hear. Just not a tattoo guy. All jokes aside, just not a tattoo guy. Yeah, no, I know the dude where's my car reference, but I don't know if you're insinuating that I'm not smart or... Mick Lauren says people who say tattoos don't hurt are full of it. Full of it. Let's try one. Let's try one. Let's go hit the terror zone. Yeah, I feel like people like having tattoos so they can lie to themselves and say that they don't hurt. They gotta hurt. It's a bunch of little needles stabbing at you. Is this the goated Hammerdin zone or? Get him. I can't. Why can't I teleport him? Why can't I stop him? Oh, they're all immune to magic. I just realized that. Keep spinning hammers and doing nothing. Well, I guess that's not going to work out. I guess, see, it's one of those things I never remember that they're immune to magic, because usually you don't ever come down here with this type of build, but yeah, see? They're all immune to magic. Get him! Get him! Well, I guess we're switching. I guess we're not doing that. Best ultimate Iron Golem. For Iron Golem, I'm pretty much a strictly insight kind of guy. I mean, technically, if you wanted to do some crazy, wacky stuff, use some crazy... I don't know, Last Wish Iron Golem or something. I wouldn't know what would technically, like, no price is too big type of Iron Golem situation. If you would, I don't know. I've never seen a fully maxed out Iron Golem, I guess. Storm Shield would tank. I could believe that, I suppose. No Pro's wife said she got one recently. Yeah, if you can have kids, you can have a tattoo. Well, guess I'm not having kids, or not having a tattoo, I guess. Yeah, and for tattoos, like, I think it looks cool, other people's tattoos sometimes, but I personally just not interested. Treppy says makes them out of Immortal King malls since they drop all the time. Okay. I mean, that kind of checks out. They're gonna get lost once in a while, and ooh, Ogre Maw. Let's see. You could socket it up with something. It's already got Crushing Blow in it, right? Isn't it already 40? I don't remember what it's got on it, actually. They're Ogre Malls, and I don't remember. I'm disappointed in myself. Yeah, Last Wish Iron Golem, only if you're a Giga Chad. Yeah, Fred, he says if the Iron Golem would take on the Indestructible, just make it invincible. Just invincible. Ooh. Bacon says Iron Golems can resist above 100%. So they don't have a cap on their res, and they can just become immune to everything, to all elemental damage types, you say? Never heard that. Never heard that. That much, Warden. That much. Yeah, Chris, as for the rattle cage and whatnot, Malice, that was like Iron Golem PvP, right? Like that was Iron Golem versus Iron Golem, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, because obviously I wouldn't have seen every video ever made, but I think that was going on in that video that you're talking about from a while back. But yeah, of course, I think the iron golems, unless they have like elemental damage on the weapon that you make them out of, they don't do any like elemental damage, so you wouldn't really have to worry about it. But that was obviously like years ago, so I couldn't no possible way to remember everything that was going on. Back when I used to watch more Diablo 2 videos, personally. McLaurin saying energy shield without the telekinesis energy just nukes your mana every time. Yeah, that is true. You gotta get a good amount into telekinesis there. I've heard differing opinions, but I'm kind of as I'm leveling, I kind of keep mine pretty even. Well, I don't usually use it. I won't use energy shield until I get at least a reasonable amount of points into it, I guess, actually. Like if I can't get them both to like 15 skill points along with having the enough damage, I usually don't use energy shield yet. I just leave it max Vita. Josh, taking a break from D2, playing some Skyrim. Gotcha. Yeah, Elder Scrolls games are awesome, in my opinion. Sure. Ethereal Dimensional Blade I missed? Nope, didn't miss it. Nope. Battle orders. Eddie, welcome in. Cool. What if all D2 creators compete in a speedrun thing? I mean, that would not be that entertaining. Like, speedrun people would like destroy the people who don't speedrun. That's that simple. Never heard of that game, Kenny. Never heard of it. Let's see. Nick says if everyone was playing the same map seed, though, it'd be interesting. I mean, interesting. I mean, that's kind of a undetermined, undefined way of describing it. Like, pretty much it would take me, no matter what, playing through hell solo by myself would take me several hours. And then, you know, would finish it on a sorceress in like an hour and a half. So, maybe not quite that fast, but you know what I'm saying. And it'd take me 4 or 5 times longer. Yeah, maybe some people find that interesting, but... Trav's up next. Is Trav the next terror zone? Is you're saying? I don't know that I didn't really look at the, what's upcoming, actually. Let me pull it up real quick. It is Trav. Yeah, we'll run Trav. Yeah, we can do Trav. Boy, nothing would aggravate me more than finding Tyrael's Might at Trav. Nothing in the world would aggravate me more. Large charm. Excellent. A lot of density over here. It's cool. A lot of cool. Cool. Reminds me of how much you have to telly stomp all the time, though. Phil's been planning for Trav, bruh. Right. I was like, ooh, man, I better stream right now. I know Trav's coming up. And I have to play it off like I don't actually want to do it when really I do. That's exactly, you nailed it. You nailed it. Exactly what I'm doing. Isn't it crazy? I tricked you guys this whole time, pretending like I didn't like Trav when really it's my favorite. Absolutely diabolical. Good call, Trash. Don't forget, hit the like button there on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, much appreciated. Chris said tried speed running back in LOD. Way harder than you thought. Yeah. And nowadays, it's not that it's harder, but I would say nowadays it's even harder to like... Ooh, 274. Interesting. But man, nothing else on there. Like to get even close to like the guys, the experts on it, we'll call it. Because the stuff that they do is so insane, sort of. Not to mention the way that especially the sorcerer speedrun works now, where you just have to play through the first like 15 minutes of the game over and over and over and over again to try to get this one specific map seed set up. If you even want to get close to what the record would be. Yeah, doing off-stream Trav, not telling you guys. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I set an alarm to wake me up just to go run an hour of Trav when it's terrorized to try to find Tero's Might. Exactly what goes on. Bogardus says the runs turned kind of luck based. Those kind of runs are annoying. Yeah, I think it was, I did like it better before, to where there was a luck aspect, of course, like how fast you find maybe something like the runes for stealth or something. There's luck based, but it wasn't like run forward to see if there's a jail, nope, exit, run forward to see if there's a jail, nope, exit. But it's kind of the nature of all speedrunning, I guess, for any game, right? Pretty much every game ends up turning into that, where they find the one strat that's so much more insane than everything else, and then, you know, so it's not like, you know, nobody's fault or anything like that, or just is what it is. It's gotta accept reality, right? Yeah, this is P7, by the way. Someone asked that, sorry. But yeah, player 7 difficulty. McLaurin, you know it. Yeah, I got a Trav tattoo. Yeah, I just didn't want to tell you guys about it, so I lied and said I didn't have any. Oop. Misanthropy. Yeah, I got you. I was specifically in that instance talking about the sorceress, but I know you don't always do that with the other ones. Hmm. The Trav stamp. Nice. Tattoo live stream? No. Where'd he even go? I don't even know where my mercenary just went. No, I probably never get a tattoo. Probably never get one. Just not my thing. All right, what was I gonna re-roll? I was gonna re-roll. Was it the Curse Shield or? Maybe it was the Curse Shield. Sure, I think it's kind of the best one I found so far. 44 Royal, 45 Crown, 45 Cursed. I do have 45 Vortex. Which one should I do? Just spam in chat. Which one do you think I should? Because I want to make another spirit that's actually got the 45 res. Oh, you can't really see. This one only has 38. It's behind me, but just trust me. This one has 38 inherently on the base, so I did want to make another one. The Vortex here with 45 or the Cursed with 45? And obviously I'm going to find enough stuff to do them all, but what do you guys think? Fred says the Royal Shield. All right, all right. The 44 on the Royal. Couple Vortex votes. Couple Vortex. Lot more Vortexes right off the bat. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Let's just go like this. Okay. So we'll start off with, where'd they go? Oh yeah, here. 35 on the first one. You know it's gonna happen, fellas. Tal, Thul, Fort, Am. No, it did not. And actually, this reminds me. There was a bunch of Thuls and Ams and stuff that had fallen before, and I wasn't picking them up because I forgot I was doing this. Whoopsie. Oh well. 33, not the hugest. Yeah, swing and a miss, exactly. Yeah, it happens. Little known fact, when you try to get 35 FCR, you're gonna have a lot of times where you don't get 35. Sometimes. What has the best chance to block? Actually, I think this Rondash does. I just did the thing, but the Rondash here was 58. The Vortex, I forgot what they were now. Realistically, I mean, you do save a few points. So you'll get from Dex or whatever to getting to max block, but I don't know that it really affects all that much, really. For the yeah, in actuality, in the gameplay. Yeah, I guess somebody said the Vortex. I think the Vortex might have a better block than the Curse Shield, yeah. I think. Damps, it's time to get ready for work. Peace out. Hopefully you have a good day at work. Appreciate you. Martin saying Vortex is the highest smite damage, right? I don't know that one. Maybe. I feel like I had heard this before, that really, honestly, the smite damage on the shield is so minimal. Like, if you're smiting with a shield and then, and grief, you don't even feel the shield at all, like, in the smiting. So you really shouldn't even worry about that. So I heard, I haven't tested it myself, but Holy Shield kind of canceled that out. It depends what, because even if you use Holy Shield, with no points into dexterity, you don't get to max block, I don't think. I'd have to look and see what the stats are all at and stuff. I didn't think you did, though. Because, yeah, I had to put some points in here to get up to max block. Some people kind of agree there. Yeah, you don't even feel the shield when you're smiting because the grief is so bananas. Teleport, please. Thank you. How much MF for rocking? I don't know that one, I guess, offhand. 268, apparently. Super normal amount to get on a MF character, huh? Nafroon. Degenerate says Vortex for the style point. Ooh. I don't know, I'm a big fan of the giant curse shield personally, if we're talking looks. Strictly looks, that is. Want want. What about a cheap porker for farming Trav? You can. Man, budget farming Trav I never was a big fan of, though. They kind of deal a lot of damage, sort of, with the Hydras and the zappy zap thing and stuff, and they're slapping you with their claws or whatever they're doing. Never liked the budget Trav really much. Oh, sorry, New League. I didn't see you up there. My apologies. The other one up here. Would you say Hork Barb is a good ladder starter? It can be. It depends on your playstyle, what you like, I guess. I started a few seasons back with a Barbarian, so not that long ago, and the gear progression, if you don't find something to trade or get lucky, then, you know, you're stuck with, like, really not great gear. Tough. Zero, how am I feeling today? Feeling all right. Oh, we got what, just a minute here till Trav. You know what? I love Trav so much. Let's just hang out for a second until we get that. Yeah, we're on P7. Sorry if I didn't see the comment asking that. So, Nick, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Oh my gosh, my shoulder, bro. Oh. I mentioned it earlier, and let me whine and complain for a second. I went to the doctor, just standard checkup, and they're like, oh, it looks like you haven't had a tetanus shot in a while. Or in the amount of time since you're supposed to get another one. Oh my gosh, my shoulder's killing me. Like, I get it, and I'm like, oh, that shot didn't hurt too much. Hour goes by, I'm like, ooh, my shoulder's starting to hurt. Another hour later, I'm like, oh my god, it hurts so much. Yeah, and I got bowling tonight. Exactly. Misanthropy. How can you tell if a jewel is good when it's got a bunch of stuff on it? So rare jewels are tough. Because for the most part, rare jewels for trade value or to use, the rare ones are kind of only used for, from what I remember, I'm not an exact expert, but from what I remember, they're mainly only used for like low level or mid level dueling. For high end stuff, you want to just put in like perfect facets or 4015s, which are super rare too. Like that's the trade value stuff. There is other stuff, 1515s, which is 15 all res, 15 increased attack speed, some other stuff. But because rare jewels can only go up to 30 damage. You say yours has 9 to max. I don't know what rare jewels can go to. Magic ones can have up to 15 max damage, but I don't remember rares. It's real hard. It's real hard. I don't even, it's hard for me to, I can't even memorize it, so it's hard. Lift more? Yeah, right, dude. I can't even lift my arm right now. I ain't been to the gym in a few days. I did legs on Sunday and I like hurt my knee or something, so that's great. So I can't even do stinking cardio because my knee hurts too much. That's cool. You know, old people, right? No, I need to... Pretty sure I'm going to tone back on the lifting, to be straight up. I've been trying for a year and a half now to get back into it, and every time I lift, I end up injured more and injured again and injured and injured and injured. So... causing myself physical pain while also ending up sitting around and not doing anything because I'm hurt. Something's tore, something's strained. Not worth it for me. Nick's talking about my shoulder pain. This is why Phil can't get tats. See, I can handle pain for a little bit, but just pain that makes it so you can't pick up your arm and stuff, like I don't know. Or like so you can't walk or something. It's terrible. Just constant for like days and weeks. Terrible. No, the reason I don't get tattoos is because I just don't want them. Nothing to do with the pain or the money or just nothing I really want to get tattooed permanently on me. Yeah, Nate, 44, few years older than me. Yeah. My knee is a surprise, though. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Oop. I don't know. I was feeling pretty good too lately, but it's always something. CCBQ! Oh. Yeah, sure, why not? You could drop something good, maybe. Did I get everything? Let me double check real quick on what dropped. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't need, you know, physical therapy advice. I know if I say anything on stream like that, automatically everybody diagnoses me and tries to give me their you know, this is exactly what you need to do. Take 2 drops of lavender and then rub a Toski stone on the injury and spin around 3 times and say ooga booga booga and you'll be fine. But like, yeah. Eat 3 fish eyes and bounce on 1 foot and then it'll fix it, you know, like a... Listen here, fellas, I do my own research, so... Brad says he goes numb after the tattoo goes underway. Yeah, it makes you kind of hear things like that. I don't know. You're like in so much pain, then you can't even feel pain anymore. I feel like that's not what would happen with me. No way of knowing for sure, but couple Sundays. Look at that, just popping off. Guess we should grab this since I need to remember to for my whatchamacalls. It's spirits. There you go. We'll ID these. They're gonna be just probably trash, right? 2 perfect Sunder Charms. Great. Oh, 71. 47. No good, but these are also not good. Am I missing anything? No. Yes, offline single player wedges. Boy. No, do not clip that. This is exactly what Phil says will fix any injury you have. Bogart says, oh, your knee hurts. Probably tuberculosis. Checks out. I can't prove that it isn't. Where you guys go? Stop running. I don't know. They keep spreading out. I'm gonna have to hit them one at a time. Taking even longer. Get back here. Yeah, sorry if I missed comments here and there, but yeah, Teasies, you have to beat Bale in that difficulty, and then you have to beat Bale in that difficulty, then you can have Terror Zones. Yep. Was that the Magic Sunday? I kind of sort of didn't even look. I seen it was like 47 or whatever other game. Did I not have a Magic Thunder Charm or something? Is that one that I keep thinking I have and then I don't? Thought I had one, at least one of each. Could be wrong. That's how I ended up not having a Wisp, I think. Or back in the day, I was Death's Sash I never had, but I was like, when I finally went back and looked, I looked through my mules and stuff. I was like, where's my Death's Sash at? Like, no, I never kept it. I just always told myself I had it and never even looked. Oh no, hopefully Smolps ain't here. I just noticed that bone knife I didn't ID. Uh-oh. Don't do it, Smolps. Wedges, boys. Got a burr last night. Nice! Congrats on that. Get a drink here. Oh no, he is here. Great. Sorry. Polar Bear finished a ton of bail runs. Got a SOOO today. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. What can you make with a SOOO? The most recommended thing to make with a SOOO is wait till you find another one and make a burr rune. That's what I would recommend doing. There's a couple of things, but none of it's really worth it. Fire. Like getting, unless you already have like Infinity and Enigma, I guess, then it's not as important, but Terror Zone's yeah, I think the Terror Zone is 2 level over you, but so the zone is 2 levels over you. It doesn't apply right now because I'm 97, but hypothetically if I was 90, the zone would be 92, but then like the elites and stuff are isn't it the highest level unique monster is 5 levels over you? I think maybe that's the number you're referencing. Can't remember exactly. I forget now. See, Mr. Unknown says you can make Bramble with a SOOO. I guess there's one. Oh, cheese. Yo, yo. See, Misanthropy said, ooh, hold up, we got a lot of stuff here. I need all this stuff. Let's get ID in here. So we got the Sunday, fire, unfortunately, but facet 5-5. You know it. You think it would average out? You think it would be like I would find the same number of 3-3 facets as I did 5-5 facets, but I find at least probably double, if not triple, the number of 3-3 facets as I do 5-5s. Seriously. It's a fact, too. It is a fact. Oh. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, my God. No, I'm gonna cry. You never realize how often you use certain muscles till you can't use them. Don't even know where I keep this stuff at. Here. Go there. We'll just use that for crafting. No big deal. Oh yeah, so I was gonna answer this misanthropy. So I would say at 72, you should definitely go on to hell difficulty. At least go through to, at minimum, Andario. Yeah, you can do the TZs and Nightmare, I guess, but like, geez, I don't know. At that level, with a sorceress, you honestly should just be able to teleport all the way straight through to essentially Mephisto at minimum. So that's what I recommend doing, and then you can spam, you can moat trick Mephisto. You said your Hydra orb, especially your dual spec too. You should be able to do fireworks orb and Hydra like together, especially work great against Andario. The orb kills all the little Rakanishu guys, the little carvers. The Hydra, she's weak to fire, so get to LK, get your Enigma, get your Infinity, get your Burr runes, all your charms and stuff, all that stuff that falls out of the super chest. So polar bear got all messed up the other night. 5-6 mules, 1000% gonna forget that stuff. Nice. Bacon says one of the good things about Sunder charms, you're not limited to like Baal, Diablo, Neelathak for good charms to roll. Yeah, I guess that's cool and not cool at the same time, in my opinion. Kind of a mixed bag. I thought it was neat having a, the fact that like certain blue charms could like actually be worth something, like it used to be straight up like approvable. A 41 or higher life grand charm by itself was like worth an Istrun just by itself. I thought that was kind of cool. But of course, now a grand charm high enough level to reroll is just worthless, of course, because anybody can get them. Yeah, I'll be honest. I prefer the other way. I wish it was like super rare.
I am overburdened.
Starlife, welcome in. Yo, yo. Bogardus said, big fan of the Frozen Orb. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you just got the one synergy, so. Real neat for the dual specking. And works relatively good. Oh. They're healing the bejesus out of that guy. There he is, hiding on me again. This bum. Ah, no, you're on single player, so you can't trade. Yeah. I guess I kind of get you, but you know, you just gotta blast Diablo a bunch of times to get one. It was always annoying because Neolithak, you could never. It would be hard to tell if it dropped off in Neolithak, but I do get you. But I just wish things were more rare instead of more common. Best build, boy, that's strictly an opinion. So, I mean, you could say Hammerdin is like the best. Fist of Heavens Paladin, expect to be a Uber Smiter 2. You could say Mosaic because it's so busted. Like a lot of. And of course, you'll get hit with the well. Actually, for PvP, this build's the best and stuff. Whoa, what the? I battle ordered up. What's going on? Someone's got cursed, multi-shot, extra demon. Someone's got to be, man. There's got to be an enchantment or a conviction ore in here or something. I'm just getting crushed. Yeah, where'd all my resistances go? Confused. I mean, I guess it checks out conviction or it doesn't get rid of poison immunity, so yeah, someone convicting the bejesus out of us. That's not fair. What are you doing? Unbelievable. Table reactions, big faux fan here. Okay. Gotcha. Big faux fan. I'm a big fan of Fists of Heavens too. It's tough to say what's my favorite. I probably like faux more than hammers, to be honest, but I haven't ran hammers in a while. So decided to switch it up and rock the Hammerdin. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen since I ran Fists of Heavens, actually, hasn't it? I keep saying I run Fists of Heavens more often, so for so long that now it's been a long time since I ran Fists of Heavens, actually. Now that I think about it. Gabinator, welcome in. Yeah, Hershiser up here a minute ago about that run. Conviction amp getting me wrecked up there. Wrecking the mercenary too. True story. Yeah, I've played foe, so I know the speed. I've done a little testing with it. I put out a video a year or two ago or whatever it was. So in my opinion, foe on this was specifically I tested it running Chaos Sanctuary so that things would stay consistent. It seemed like foe was faster on players 1 and players 3, but then when you bump it up to P7, I felt that hammers was faster. So I timed them and, kind of figured it out, so. That's it. Maxed frost fire damage. I'm curious, should I start putting points into my armors on a Sork? Frost damage and fire damage. Well, it depends what skills, Wedge boys. But generally on a sorceress, you just put 1 point into the very first cold armor skill, and you don't really do any more past that. So, what about Necro? So, like, what's the best Necro build? Boy, if you had the best possible gear, probably for clearing monsters in general, probably poison. Once you get a D-web and all the perfect stuff. But yeah. There could be arguments for others though. Lamaroon, Hellrune, we'll grab that for the whatchamacallit. No lums. Lum, ugly. Lem, beautiful. Marty B says he switched to foe but then can't get past Act 2 in Hell. So I generally don't do foe on like a playthrough. That's something I'll play afterwards. I usually go hammers on a playthrough for when you can get to hammers, that is. The main thing I would recommend is just remember you don't have to kill anything in the game with the exception of like a total of like 13 total monsters. So if there's, I'm guessing you're anywhere out there, you got all them bugs that aren't demons or undead, you know, those lightning bugs, I forget what they're called. Oopsie. Or you're in the maggot layer, get yourself a teleport staff if you don't know what that is, and just like find your way through to get the staff piece at the bottom that you need, and you don't even have to kill anything in the whole maggot layer. It's the best advice I can give to anybody. If you're struggling with any area, just skip it. Just run past them, teleport past them. Yeah. D-Web's a tough get. No doubt, Gabnator. D-Web can be a tough one. It's a true story. Hershiser said he thought he read in a game guide somewhere that way back in the day, foe Fist of the Heavens would give you angel wings or something. Ooh, maybe that was like some idea that they had or something before the game was launched. I've never heard anything like that, so boy, that sounds like some D3 type stuff right there, though. Get you some angel wings, or D4 type stuff. Yeah, definitely there's budget versions of the Poison Necro for sure, yeah, but D-Web really does, D-Web turns to build into a completely different thing, in my opinion. That's one of those ones, sometimes you'll put on like, oh, this is a little bit better, look, my damage increased from 4,500 to 5,200, and you don't really feel the difference, but you throw on a D-Web after not having a D-Web on, and it's just like everything dies twice as fast. It's crazy. I didn't even look at the I ID'd these, but I don't even remember what was on them. Okay, nothing good. Only D-Web Degenerate found was sounds perfect, almost perfect. Perfect in the most important ways, at least. Crazy, crazy. If you've got a D-Web, is it worth leveling? Is it worth starting up a Necro? I mean, if you're thinking or trying to decide on your next character, I mean, not a terrible idea. Even a bad D-Web is like nasty. Am I? Oh yeah, ha ha ha. I was like, nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. Didn't, guess the redemption aura is not working anyways. Never mind. Yeah, Terry, true story, true story. Why does it seem like there wasn't enough monsters in here? I don't know. Gabinator says him and George really appreciate this track. Yeah, a few people love this one. Love it. D-Web is a acronym for Death's Web. Hellfall, I have no falls. Javazon easier to spec. Yeah, Javazon. can wreck ferociously with cheap gear for sure. You can just have those javelins, those 1 gold javelins you start the game off with, and no gear on your character, and you can march out and just take out cows without too much difficulty. Just by having the points into the skills and any random javelins. Grand Charm. Yeah, fine, well I did. Sunday, of course. Perfectly bad, I meant. Perfectly bad. Hey, what are you doing over here? He almost got away from me. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Felix asks what would I prefer for Trav, the item find barb or a Hammerdin? I mean, probably the barb, I guess. Like, if both were perfectly built. I mean, having the find item skill is huge. Huge. I'll be honest, I'm usually not much of a trap runner though, so take that for what you will. Just decided to switch it up because it's terrorized, right? G-Stacks, good morning. Ah, G-Stacks says the like ratio, not great. Yeah, I haven't really shouted it out today. Didn't put in my little normal thingamabob. It's all good though. But yeah, hit the like button if you could do so, fellas, there on YouTube. 227. Oh man. I will shout out too. Make sure you guys watch the channel here after the stream. I just got to double check. I got the drop highlight video dropping right after the stream. I just have to double check it real quick to make sure I didn't do something real stupid. Double check it for the 5th time. So I guess it's like centuple check it. There'd probably still be something wrong with it, but you know, it is what it is. Just slate the like button like a legend. Big Al. Starlife says hammered and cheap except for Enigma. Yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of. The hammers by themselves are super strong too, so. But yeah, Enigma is not required, but it completely changes how you play the build, sort of. Way more better. Way more better. Guess I have enough gold, huh? Guess I could. It's not even ethereal. Who cares? Oversized Pillow got his Hammerdin up and running after playing Sorky. Forgot how strong a Hammerdin was, huh? Yep, definitely super strong. Definitely super strong. Or Magic Find. That's pretty good, right? Is that good, or? I'll have to look it up on the internet or something. That's interesting. Best item you have ever found. I mean, I've found a couple of 4015s before, so I guess you could say a couple, the 4015s that I have found, I guess. Yeah. See, it's real hard because it depends on who you ask, right? Like, some people be like, "Whoa, you found a perfect Griffins? That's insane! Like, that's awesome! Like, that's the best thing that they could ever want to like use, you know." Other people, some people would never. What are they gonna do with the 4015? They'd never use it, you know. So. Maybe somebody would say, I know it's not found, but the 220 sorceress amulet that I crafted with, that had like 27 to strength or something on it, and like, yeah, you know, so good old Fizzy. Don't think I need one of those. Should I Zod it? Ethereal, Cruel, Ogre Maw. Oh, would have been sick. When do you think the new season will drop? I actually have no idea. I never even look into it. I never think about it. Of course, in my situation, somebody is for sure going to tell me before the season drops. So I just kind of let someone in the community like post or say something, or someone will hop into chat like, "Oh, did you see it got posted?" And I'm like, "Nope." What day was that again? I'll look it up. So left the small charm? No way. There's no way I would miss something. There's just no chance. You guys are trying to trick me. That was a small helm. But you just seen small. Oh, I couldn't get him healed yet. Unfortunate. We do got an SOJ right here. Unidentified SOJ. Come on, come on. Boom. Oh, man. After not finding one of these, I think this was my second to last item left on my Holy Grail. And I've probably found 5 of them in the last, like, few months. Crazy. I don't know how they roll, though. Is this rolled good? Why do I think it is? But I don't really know for sure, so. Don't know for sure. I'd have to Google it. Wait. Cindy, was I right? Was it actually not a small charm? I knew it. I knew it. Shirts on. Unfortunate, poor boy, right? Oh, what's going on here? Let's go D2R Wisp. How does a Wisp roll? I don't remember offhand. 10 to 20 on the Magic Find. Oof. 10 to 20 on the Lightning Absorb. Okay, I did not remember that. So it's actually trash. Never mind. What about the Wind Druid? I mean, it's pretty good. It's probably, I think, probably the best for the Druid that is, but it's not really saying a whole lot. The Druid is probably the weakest character in my opinion. And I'm, you know, of course I'm talking about farming. I'm not talking about, you know, not talking about some obscure gameplay form that like only a couple hundred people in the world play, you know what I mean? How was the golf game? Oh boy. So golf. Went golfing the other day. Trying to think. Could have been the worst I've golfed that I can remember in my life. Not even joking. Well, I mean, I can remember like, whoa, holy moly. Someone up there's got a conviction, or I guess, or something. Let me go get the mercenary back too, so he can get wrecked. So I kept like there was one hole where I topped the ball like 4 times in a row, and I could not figure out why. Could not figure out why. Just, it was rough. Can only get better from there. Yeah, that was a weird thing too, because usually my first time out, or my first few times out, I just like step up, don't even go to the range or anything before I go golfing, and just blast it. And they just go dead straight. I'm just crushing it. And then throughout the season, I actually get worse and worse usually. But not this time, which is alarming. Jeez, what is going on over here? Do they have like a double, triple conviction aura or something? Like, look at that. Oh, I have the wrong handout too. But I think I'm gonna grab this maybe and just skip this freaking run, dude. I can't even keep it up. These songs they aren't names. So I see you hitting a few times. They're named like the songs are named like backing track, like metal backing track A572 in B minor and stuff like that. They aren't like, they're not songs. They're backing tracks. Link at the bottom of the description if you want to check out the guy. It's the heavy metal playlist. FYI. Link at the near the bottom of the description. There you go. Well, let me go get my Merc back. Boy, that's crazy. That conviction. That guy must have had like a level 2000 conviction aura. It's that terrorized conviction aura. That's what it is. Because that level, that conviction aura gets high leveled when you're terrorized, right? Skagarin saying, trying to hit Trav, but the muscle memory, you keep clicking on LK. Yeah, I've been there before. For sure.
I am overburdened.
One last guy. Okay, good. No level of trillion conviction aura. Great, great, great.
I am overburdened.
All good, yeah. All good, Maxi. Welcome in, by the way. Anyone know when this ladder starts? Very common question. I do not know. Do not know. How many 99s I have? Just the one. Just the one. I don't really care about getting to 99, and I don't exclusively run Terra Zone, so. I mean, on single player here, I have like one of every character that's like level 95 or higher. I think my Barb's actually 94, actually, but Barbarian's super annoying to level, so. Yeah, I don't care too much about getting to 99, personally. We just need to find a Tyrell's Might or a cruel Ogre Maul of quickness that's ethereal. One of these times. One of these times. Oh, I didn't notice this little guy. This little guy. Is there not a ladder going right now? There is, but it pretty much... So in D2, the ladder kind of like essentially kind of dies off after like a month. Oh boy. Apparently it's another... Wait, do I have the wrong weapon out again? Maybe that's what it was. Very possibly well could have been. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any conviction or hitting me, so. Just a lack of ability, I guess. Let's see if it's a champ around. Sometimes they're instantly... Okay, where'd they go? Seen one. Nope, waste of time. Never mind. Nick, it's completely pointless. I mean, do I really want to run, like, have to have another hotkey to switch to Vigor, and then have another thing that I have to keep track of to make sure that I swap it back and stuff? Just super not important. I think sometimes people, and this is just my opinion, by all means do whatever you would like to. I think people overemphasize trying to run max efficiency of speed. Just my opinion. Doing 7 other things would make it less fun to play, so that's what. So that's just why I don't do it. Personally. Use the mouse wheel? Heck no. Turn the mouse wheel off. Mouse wheel's a disaster to have on. You just like accidentally like, I don't even know, like I don't even touch it and it just like rolls on accident, swaps skills and stuff all the time. It's real annoying. Real annoying. Yeah, it's really not a big deal to like flip up Vigor every run just to run through town. Like, if I really wanted to save time, I would just go to Act 4 real quick, but yeah. Sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like a lot of work. No good. Kraken shell. That's good old Leviathan. All right. 25 DR. I forget how these ones. Isn't it like 1525 or something? 44 strength. Interesting. So it's elite base, unique item. So it's kind of rare. Pretty rare item to kind of find. But yeah. Yeah. Don't need another one of those, of course, though. Kept one around in case I want to use it sometime, but. Yeah. You can always come back here if I really want to go max efficiency. Sounds like a lot of work. Tongue. Yeah, true story. Trash inkle. Seems that way, don't it? Nate says the only metric in D2 that makes sense is luck. Okay, I was making sure I had the right weapon out here. Ah, teleport in the right spot. Teleport. Raced, welcome in. Hershiser said prefers controller so you don't accidentally swap skills, you're saying, on the wheel? Yeah, I just turn it off. I somehow didn't know you could just turn it off for like a long time, so semi-recently. I just never knew that. I don't know. I just never heard anyone talk about it. I guess I just didn't see it or something. But what an absolute godsend, turning the wheel off. Always slaps the music. Yep, heavy metal playlist from N&M Creations. He's got other ones too, but it's kind of lame the way YouTube works. Like, he made all this stuff and then other people will download his music and re-upload it and then put a copyright on it. So like if I listen to it, they'll like copyright claim my video, some other random person that stole this guy's music. So it's kind of lame, but so there's only a certain playlists I can listen to without getting copyright hit by like one of the songs that somebody stole and uploaded that's on the list or something. Unfortunate. Am I hitting him? Oh, he moved a little bit. Miss. 6 NATO! We'll get it next time. Bacon says the most annoying thing is being a Hammerdin without Enigma. I don't know about that, but there's probably things more annoying. Copyright dumb as heck. I mean, to a point. I mean, I wouldn't want to invent something sick and then just have some other person, like have some rich person just like steal it from me. Because they can like make it faster because they have more money to start out. Not that I am, but I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody. But there are things about it that people take advantage of. Copyright law, I'm saying. Let's go CS. Like Chaos Sanctuary Starlife? I mean, Hammer's Rex in the Chaos Sanctuary for sure. I could switch back over there. I don't really know the likelihood of me finding what I'm looking for out here, actually, even so. Oh, I don't have the right. Haha. Go a lot faster if I had the right weapon out. The right side out. Had concentration, all that good stuff. Dang it. I think the FCR breakpoint is like slower than... I try to hit the buttons too fast when I'm battle ordering and stuff, and then it ends up not switching. I wish I had 7,000 FCR.
I am overloaded.
Approximately. Don't do it. Did have ethereal repair though. $247. No good. Oh, I get you, Bacon. You hate trying to run behind those, the knights that always run away from you, the casters. Yeah, I'm picking up Chilean Dun. I get you. Misanthropy saying, usually goes off meta, but gonna go with the poison necro next. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm probably the opposite of you. It sounds like from what you usually go off meta, but you decide to go with, you know, maybe not used all the time, but one of the really powerful builds. I'm like the opposite. I do off metas once in a while, but generally I go with the better ones. Farm runes more efficiently solo play. So if you're talking high runes like Burrs, Jaws, Vexes, Ohms, and etc, 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 if you're offline, now sometimes people say solo and they don't mean single player, they mean they play online by themselves. If you're, I guess you'll have to let me know which one you're talking about. I'm gonna assume when you say solo you're playing offline single player, because you should not really be playing online by yourself all the time. Online, it's always going to be trading. 100% of the time, trading is going to be the fastest. But offline single player, look up lower Kuras super chest farming. That's going to be the fastest to get any high runes in the game. Look up lower Kuras super chest farming guide. Pretty much every D2 content creator's got one. So. Beyond that, you know, just whatever your favorite place to slay demons is, I guess. Chaos Sanctuary hits, you know. Some people say cows. I don't like cows, so I don't say cows, but I would never think like, oh, I need a burr rune, I should go do cows. Like, I'd be like, no way. Oh, unidentified Jmod. Boom. I don't recommend Trav either. I am doing Trav because it's terrorized, but I never get high runes at Trav. Almost never. Starlife says Chaos Sanctuary or cows. Boy, I don't know. I would say Chaos Sanctuary, I guess, but cows or high runes is just such a crapshoot when you slay monsters. Like, you could tell somebody. The thing with lower Kurast is, you know, it still takes time, of course, but when you can do 200 runs an hour at lower Kurast, we'll say you go sub max efficiency and you do 150 runs an hour. So over the course of like 10 hours, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a high rune. You could get more, but you're pretty much guaranteed. You could run Chaos Sanctuary for 10 hours and not get a high rune. You could run cows, which I've done many a times, for more than 10 hours and not get a high rune, like, easily. Ever try to doom cold sorceress? The thing with any of the cold sorceresses, cold mastery already has minus cold res on it, so using a doom is usually never an effective use on a sorceress. On any other cold builds, it would be because they don't have cold mastery, but cold mastery, even just having 1 point into cold mastery and you have all your plus skills, all your skillers and stuff in your inventory, you're gonna have like a level 45 cold mastery, right? Like here, these are all 1 points, you know, they're level 20 on this paladin. But so I guess you'd have like a level 20 cold mastery, or maybe even more, with just 1 point into it. And your cast rate slow. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't even take that into consideration either. Tougher to get to the FCR breakpoint. Get out of there. No, Cold Mastery did not get nerfed to 1/5 efficiency. It's only the Sundered monsters, yeah. I guess you kind of said that towards the end, though. But I would never... I could not imagine sacrificing my entire build of killing all the monsters kill speed and sacrificing all the FCR and Magic Vine and everything I could get on my build, more plus skills, to deal a little bit more damage to monsters that are immune to cold, that get Sunder Charm broken. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, I could not imagine really an instance I would want to really use a Doom on any cold build, really. I mean, maybe if I specifically knew I wanted to run a place that had a ton of cold immunes, and I mean, but I don't know, I don't set up builds to intentionally run areas that my build would be bad at, I guess. So Grill saying great gear at Trav. You can, well, that's just me. I mean, I have this decked out Hammerdin and terrorized Trav here. I ain't finding diddly squat as far as runes go. Lots of orts, but and I never do either. A lot of orts and stuff, but I mean, it's only level 96, so who knows? Maybe this is the prime area for Ort runes. Oh, there we go. There's a big high rune. Is Fal considered a high rune, or it's got to be, right? Got to be, right? Fal's cool though. I think Fal rune is cool too. FAL. Really, I like it because it reminds me of that one gun on Call of Duty that I loved using. Single shotgun. Pop, 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 pop. Loved using that thing. The red dot sight. Ooh, yeah. Let's see, Arter, big fan, or he says, of running Trav, Mephisto, Andy, Diablo, Pindo. So yeah, you're more of a full run type of guy, yeah. For the most part, I kind of sort of recommend people do more of what you're recommending there. Kind of pick several areas you like to run. Not necessarily spam one over and over like streamers do and stuff. The main reason, because I kind of started off doing this, is because it was just better for the video concepts, you know? Like, here's the concept. I took out Andario 1,000 times in a row. What did I get, you know? Because if I don't have a premise for my videos, then it's like, I played Diablo 2 and I found things. Like, that title doesn't ring a bell, you know what I mean? It doesn't really get people's juices flowing. I played the game. Here's clips of it. You know? Hershiser said the FAL was awesome in COD. I loved that thing. Hop, two little ting ting, down they go. Yeah, and I didn't want to be that guy. I forget which game it was in, but I didn't, whatever one it was, whether it was the one with M16 or the FAMAS or whatever, the Galil, I forget which game the FAL was actually in, but I didn't want to be that guy that just used the meta weapon too, so. There was one game, because, man, that's what I loved about Call of Duty. You could go back and look and see what weapon you got, like, how many kills with each weapon and stuff like that. I thought that was so interesting, and you could talk smack to people. You'd be like, look at you. You have all your kills on the FAMAS and Noob Tube or something. Like, really? Noob Tube kills and FAMAS kills is your top two weapons for killing people? Oh my gosh, what a noob. And then their second would be like Chopper Gunner or something, you know? The one game, my for the one game, I forget, it was one of the maybe the first Modern Warfare, I can't remember. The Enfield was my #1 most killed because I wanted to pick an assault rifle that really like nobody used, and I only used that one for the whole year until the next Call of Duty came out. Enfield with the Master Key attachment. So my #1 was Enfield. My second most kills by a weapon was the Master Key, which is like the attached under shotgun thing that nobody used as well. And then my third was C4. It was so, oh, people would look at my card or whatever you call it, my stats, and they'd be like, what are you, some stupid noob? You're only using like the Enfield with just the Master Key? And then we'd play them and we'd just destroy them. I was like pretty good, but I knew a couple people that were like spectacular at first person shooters. Just spectacular. Gold tier started single player again. Tell me how to get the mosaic runes lightning fast. Hellforge? Probably the fastest, most consistent would be like, honestly, probably spamming the Countess, maybe. I know you, let's see, you'd have to cube up 2 Istrunes, but if you started with a Sorceress and then spam the Countess, just blasted it for like, because I know for me personally, I did a 500, I can remember this back in the day, I did 500. Each finger represents 100 runs. 500, just in case you didn't know. I did 500 Countess runs, and I got 4 Istrunes in those 500 runs. I don't know the actual odds off the top of my head of getting an Istrune, but yeah, that didn't take that long, you know, to get, that would be, you know, enough. It's 2 Ist for a Gull, right? So, and of course you would have had the other runes already in there as well, so I would say that's probably the fastest, most guaranteed, I guess. But as always, I will admit I'm not a mosaic expert, so do your Hellforge as well. That's a lot of fingers. A few people said 260, 280, 1 in 260 or 280, so I got nasty lucky. which is fine. I'm fine with it. Countess compared to doing TZs if you're a Trapsin? Boy, I don't know. I've never tried to get, like, what's the fastest way to get a Gull Rune? I mean, sometimes, like, I have perfect gear here on these characters. I bet you there's been times I've gone 6 months of being a full-time YouTuber, of blasting Terror Zones and Chaos Sanctuary and stuff, and haven't found a single Gull Rune in, like, 5-6 months, like, stretches sometimes. Now, that being said, the last time I streamed, I found 2 Gull Runes. And I've probably found, like, 4 or 5 in the last, like, month or two. But I've literally, I guarantee you, I've gone 4 or 5 months without finding a Gull Rune before. Just slaying, you know, pits and chaos and stuff like that. So it always, I struggle to recommend people do things where I could recommend they do it and they'll never find anything. They may never find anything, you know? Yeah, I mean, even for Gull Rune, it might not be a bad idea just to do lower Kuras for that, too. I mean, you're still going to want other... The thing is this is another thing I always recommend people, too. Don't just do one thing. You never want to just go to only try to get a Gull Rune. Like, if you do LK, you could always pop a Burr Rune out of there. You can get Skillers. You can get all the crafting material to do Caster Amulets or Blood Rings or whatever you want to do. Just all kinds of stuff pops out of there. Lems... You know, Malrunes, Ohms, Vexes. So, I mean, even doing lower Kuras to get the runes to do Mosaic may even be the best option, too. Considering all the other things you can get along the way as well. So.
I can't carry it.
Is the highest rune you can get from the Countess? For the most part. Don't even actually me people. Ist is the highest rune that you can realistically attempt to farm from the Countess. Yes. I gotta be so careful with my words here. Thanks a lot, Terror Zones. Hershiser said he's got 8 ohms and a Vex. Never found any other high runes. That's wild. That is wild.
I can't carry it.
Never saw a Burr before. Oh. Runes are inconsistent. Started playing 1 or 2 months ago on single player. Found 2 Burrs and a Sir before getting a Lem. That's wacky. That can happen though. I mean, that definitely is what happened to me in this season of D2R, so yeah. Congrats though. Knocking those out of the way. Nice and early. You're like, I have Infinity. Haven't been able to get a Treachery for my Mercenary yet, though. Haven't made a Spirit Sword yet, but I have an Enigma. Where did this guy go? Oh, there. What? Okay. Didn't see him, I guess. Also, I need to remember to grab full juvies. Because Trab does not drop full rejuve, so got a little low here. Calrune. Ooh, Thresher. Is it a theory? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Jiminy Crickets. Unfortunately, not ethereal. Reaper's Toll, though. 213's a decent roll, though. Decent roll. Brad, yo! 40 months. That's huge. Just huge. Of Slayership. Thank you so much for continuing the channel support. Absolute Slayer. Let's get that tier life popping today. Yeah, well, Looking like maybe today the chances are becoming slimmer and slimmer as we speak. Since I gotta hop off here in a minute and go pick the kiddo up from school. Oh. But maybe eventually. Once again, thank you so much, Brad. Oh, yeah. Work had other plans, missed the notification. No big deal. No big deal. Thinking fire melts the mercenary. Unique skithy. Okay, alright. Maybe I should just go run the spider forest, huh? This is a good area for Hammerdin, right? Oh, let's go. Boy, this is goated. Just legendary. It does work. I'm gonna have to say, not the greatest. That's until the Tyrell's Might pops off here in a second. Oh, not Tyrell's Might, but it's surprising how early in the game you can find this, how uncommonly you actually find it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. I always think that when I find it. Don't find it very often. I definitely have enough of those on single player. Yeah, this place, not as much density, is a true story. But we're here now, though. Look at, there's 3 of these guys, and then 4 more right here. That's crazy. Crazy good density, right? Just kidding. Yeah, not the greatest. I would not recommend. I think we're gonna go ahead and just leave here because, well, right after this champ. Kind of an annoying area. Iron Hammer, what character are you? If people will need to know that before they, or did you not pick a character yet? Looking for a build where he's just playing by himself. He doesn't, not trading or anything. Yeah, I am kind of a recommendation there for Sork. I am a big fan of starting Sorceress, I'm gonna be honest, but big fan. No character chosen yet. Gotcha. I mean, I usually always go with Sorceress because then you can farm a place called the Forgotten Tower, and there's a person at the bottom called the Countess. And I'm assuming you know what runes are. You sound like you're pretty new, just started playing. Runes in this game you use to put together in stuff. These are runes, these little rocks, and you make super powerful items like this. You can kind of make some stuff like that by farming the Countess, and she drops runes like pretty much every time you take her out. So that's why I prefer to start with the Sorceress. There's a good line of gear progression. So as for a build, boy, I'm always struggled to recommend builds to brand new players for the Sorceress. I guess something like eventually going into, you're not gonna be able to do it from day one, but eventually try, once you're like level 30, get into like orb Hydra or Orb Fireball or something. I don't know. It's hard because like it's not necessarily what I would do, but a lot of people kind of go that way, and they want to go that way and recommend going that way. So
I am overburdened. I can't carry it.
Oompa saying Hydra kind of stinks. The thing with Hydra is you only use it when you have to. Or, I mean, like, when it would help you out, like with Andariel or something. So you pretty much just use Hydra on... Well, I mean, you can use it anytime you want to, but it's essentially just there for, like, the Ancients when they're immune to cold and you can't get rid of it, or for, like, Andariel is weak to fire, or, you know, you drop them down when you're fighting a boss and they just get some random damage it mixed in there. Get back here, you bum. Ya bum. G-Stacks, big fan of Hydra. A good guide for the dual spec Hydra Orb. So for like a playthrough Hydra Orb guide, I'm trying to think, because the thing with Diablo 2 is most of the guides and stuff aren't necessarily directed towards playthrough. Most all of the guides and tips and tricks and stuff, a lot of them is more stuff for like this endgame, more so like the powerfuler stuff. I mean, I got some tips and tricks on my channel for like budget. I got budget build guides and stuff. I'll have to double check and see what's in there. I haven't done a whole lot of them lately. So Oop. Heavy glove. Yeah, Smolps is an Xbox player, right? So there you go. Oh, what? Ethereal? No. Ogre Maul? Windhammer? Love it! Wait, always 200 damage? Not literally, but the last one was too. But the Gilded Shield, Ethereal? No. Oh, good one. The good old Herald of Zakarum. 185 roll. Solid. Solid. Oh, yeah. I definitely have... I wonder what the one I got is. Mancatcher, we'll look at it, but it's never good. It is ethereal, actually. Alright, we'll look at it closer. Yeah, just some other Garbo. Some Garbo thing. Pretty much on single player here, if it's not ethereal, or if it's not superior, I don't really bother looking at it anymore, but that's just me. OG shield, yeah. I mean, I still use it is OG for sure, but it's probably my preferred on Fists of the Heavens Paladin. It's like still, yeah, 197 non-socketed like a boss, like an absolute boss. I don't need no stinking socket in it. Come on. We do got a couple runes here. I was gonna see if I could get a 45 res Vortex. Why don't we try her out? Oh, I can't do that, can I? I have to put these over here. Hell rune. Oh, I need... Oh, I get... Well, yeah. Well, we got these ones right here we can use. 33. Zap that out of there. Talthal or Am. Why did it do that? Trying to get me good. trying to get me good. Phil ain't falling for it. I pay too much attention. Tell, Thul, or Am. 35 res. Or I mean FCR. And I nailed it. Let's go. Second try. Second try. Too good. I'm too good. What can I say? Boy, I am an absolute spirit shield king. I'm going to be honest. Eight absorb? Only 89 mana though. Only 89 mana. I'm two in the way. Oh, there you go. Unfortunately. Never mind. 89 mana. Try to see. No, I'm joking. Got you good. Well, I guess we could try for the Cursed Shield reroll. It's got 26, so why not, huh? Why not? Wow. Tell, Thul, or Am. Up and down. Okay. 35! Oh, almost 2 in a row. Almost 2 in a row. Oh, it does change the max block, doesn't it? We'll be all right. We'll be all right. It looks cooler. Look at it. Behind chat, you don't need to see it. All right, fine. Since I don't need the res anyways. Not even using it. I'm not respecking, so. How important is max block? 70 compared to 75. But looking at the time here, gotta go pick the kiddo up from school. So unfortunately, we gotta call that a day on the stream. But appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you anyone support the channel. We had 40 months from Brad, absolute legend. A few other, gifted memberships from Trash. No joke. All y'all being so generous make it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos on this channel. So thank you guys all so much. With that being said, peace out. And don't forget though, keep slaying. Absolute slayers.